Hey friends, Pastor Liz here again, offering you this very brief moment of inspiration and invitation on this beautiful Friday. I wanted to tell you today that I'm still so captivated by so many of the images that are coming out of the news related to the coronavirus crisis. I mentioned this in my sermon on Sunday if some of you were tuned in to hear it, and I described one image in particular, which was of Pope Francis. It was him standing in St. Peter's Square on a small platform under a cover at a podium. It was the occasion for him to give his Urbi et Orbi address to the city and to the world. But the striking thing about it was that he was standing there at this podium giving the address completely alone. Whereas he usually would have been surrounded by hundreds of thousands of devotees, in this case it was just him, standing in the middle of the square, in the rain, in the gray, offering his message of hope even when no one was there to hear it. And I've just been thinking about that image a lot and about this idea that there are some things that need to be said no matter what, and that there are some messages that we absolutely must proclaim even if no one's there to hear them. Now, I should say people did hear Pope Francis address. It was broadcast, and I know that he has a pretty successful communications and PR team at work for him there in the Roman Catholic Church. But still, thought it was a very sort of humble and powerful image to see him there delivering this message without any audience. And it occurred to me that there's something like that coming up for us. So this Sunday is the beginning of Holy Week. I almost can't believe it. This Sunday is Palm Sunday, and after that will follow the days in which we revisit the story of Jesus making his way toward the cross. We'll have Maundy Thursday and Good Friday, and then in a little over a week it will be Easter Sunday. And perhaps it seems strange to be celebrating a festival of joy and resurrection in this really difficult and uncertain time. But I think it's still so important, because I think it's a story that needs to be told. I think it's something that we need to say to ourselves and to the world in whatever way it will eventually be manifest, to tell the story about our faith, which is about resurrection, and which is about newness, and which is about life and love coming out of death and fear. So I really hope that you will make an effort to be present with us somehow in the coming days. We're going to be live streaming our worship this Sunday, Palm Sunday, and we'll be sending out details early next week about other ways that you can observe the days of Holy Week with us. But even if it's just you in your own home, even if it's just lighting a candle or enjoying a meal in a reflective way, I hope that you find a way to say the things that are important in this time, to say the words of hope and comfort and faith that can sustain us and that can sustain this world, because I think they're so important. These are troubling times, but we have stories that can empower us. Let's tell those stories in the coming weeks. In the email to which this will be attached, you'll find details about how to participate, but however you do, know that I am saying a word of hope, and I hope wherever you are saying a word of hope too. And I long for the time when we can come together and sing and say them as one. Thanks, and hope to see you soon.